The big myth is that you need motivation to get started on that big dream or the big project that you want to get accomplished. And that's absolutely false. You don't need motivation. You need something else. Hi, I'm Ron with Lead Skill. We help leaders produce better results with their teams using emotional intelligence. So I want to talk today about motivation and something that really tripped me up for quite a number of years. And it's that idea that in order to get into action, I need some motivation. And so I would often go looking for a video or have some music or read something that really get me inspired, get me fired up. And that is a big mistake because I've learned motivation does not equal inspiration. And what you're really looking for when you go listening for a motivational speaker or you try to, cue up the music or do something like that is you're really looking for inspiration. Now, inspiration is like a spark. And the problem with the spark is it doesn't last long. And you always need to have more. Now, there's something interesting about the brain. The whole reward system in the brain, the motivation system that we have, uses a brain chemical called dopamine. And when you find something that inspires you or lights you up, the dopamine levels go up and you feel good. You feel that surge, that energy. And over time, you get used to that level of dopamine and you need more of it for next time in order to feel inspired. The only problem is that our brains respond to something that's novel or new, and we need something that's even more charged or something that's more exciting, more novel in order to inspire us. This is like a vicious spiral, trying to find the next motivation fix in order to get myself into action. And it's the wrong pursuit. Motivation does not equal inspiration. Motivation is something else. And so let me talk about how to get big results. It really starts with having a clear goal in mind, like a picture of what you want to accomplish. At some point in my life, I took up a martial art called Aikido, and I set a goal in mind that I wanted to become a black belt. And I trained hard under a number of different senseis. Not because I was trying to, change, but it's just life circumstances. I moved from one city, even one country, to another. And so I had to learn under different teachers. I picked up valuable things from each one. But a teacher puts you on a training program or a plan. And really, no matter what you're going for in life, the best thing that you can do is find an expert. Find someone who has been there, who has done what you're trying to do and can help you formulate a plan, a surefire plan that will make sure you get there. It's like a training plan, just like a coach who will, say, if you want to run the marathon, you need to do this, and then this, and then this. And so the expert that I'm talking about doesn't have to be someone you even meet personally or face-to-face, but someone who is experienced and knows what they're doing and can give you some help in formulating the right plan to get where you want to go. Now, some people will ask the question, what if I'm trying to do something that's never been done before? What if I'm trying to build this new company or a startup and we're revolutionizing the industry and we're doing something that has never been done before? What if we're trying to put together a mission to go to Mars? No one's ever been to Mars before, so no one can give you a plan to get there. No, but people have done things like it. So we have sent probes and ships, spacecraft, out even beyond our solar system. And so we have experience. There are people who have done things like what you are trying to do. So have a plan that has a very high likelihood of getting you there. And what I've found over time is whenever I try to do it myself, when I try to come up with a plan, generally I underestimate the amount of effort and the amount of practice that I need to put in to learn the lessons to develop mastery over time. And so I don't want you to make the same mistake. Find an expert who can help you out on your path. So here's the way the cycle works. You need to get started on the plan. You need to take the first step. You need to take action and do not delay. Take it as soon as possible. Take the first step. Start working your plan. And in the beginning, you are a novice. You're a beginner. Things are not going to work as smoothly as you want them to, as easily as you want them to. And your job in the beginning, your first steps are often your worst, unless you are lucky and you have that flush of good luck and things just look great. But I can tell you, after that first flush of inspiration and good luck, or things are really cruising along, you are going to hit obstacles. You're going to hit roadblocks, and it's going to get tough. For most of us, though, that starts from the very beginning. Just getting started, the momentum, is the difficult part. And here's where the myth of motivation kicks in. We think that we need motivation to get started, when what we really need is a plan, and we need to be committed to start taking action. Because once you start taking action, you will make some progress. Maybe it's a lot less than what you wanted to accomplish. Maybe it's not as impressive as you expected it to be, but you will make some progress. And if you will keep working the plan, if you'll keep on the path of small steps and progress, you'll notice something interesting. You'll start feeling more confident, and you will start generating your own motivation. You'll want to return to your work, to the plan, and do more things that will bring you closer to your goal. As that happens, you actually create and produce your own motivation. You don't need to go looking for it outside of you, because the truth is, nothing can really motivate you from outside like you can from within. Motivation is totally an inside job. And you produce it by taking action, by noting a little bit of progress and gaining some confidence, and then you feel a little more motivation, and then you take the next step and you chart a little more progress. Even if you have some setbacks, you realize, okay, that's not the way to do it, or I found another way that we can get there. And so you start meeting the obstacles and difficulties with quicker comebacks, and you're making more progress, and you're more motivated, and it just keeps building momentum. And so the motivation myth is that you need motivation to get started. You don't. You just need to have a good plan, and you need to take action. And the good news is that motivation actually builds up over time, and motivation is like the wind in your sails. It pushes you forward, and you're the one who's actually blowing the wind. You're the one producing your own motivation. And when you realize that, it is a tremendous boost, and it's very empowering, because you're cut free from having to look outside for that inspiration, for that motivation that is elusive, that it doesn't do the trick every time. Because what really works is taking action, noting your progress, producing your own motivation. So I had this idea, and then I went looking for other people who have done this very thing, and I found Jeff Hayden had written a book called The Motivation Myth, and it really confirmed a lot of things that I have found through my own experience. I did get my black belt, by the way. In fact, I have a second-degree black belt. I applied the same process. I got a pilot's license. I'm a private pilot, and I've been able to do many other things in life by just sticking with a plan and staying on the path and producing my own motivation. So motivation is one of the key parts of emotional intelligence. It's one of the 5 elements, in fact. And one of the things I recommend to leaders, take an emotional intelligence assessment and get a good objective feedback on current level of motivation is, as well as things like self-awareness and self-regulation and your social awareness and social regulation. And then work with a coach, work with an expert or someone on the plan, and even to get you started in the early stages so that you are not discouraged, you're not deterred, and you're on the path. And then you're going to be generating your own momentum, your own motivation, and I'll be thrilled to hear what you accomplish on your path. So drop me a line in the comments below as you watch this and as you come back, and just let me know how this went for you. You can also find in our links the book by Jeff Hayden, The Motivation Myth, as well as where you can get one of these emotional intelligence assessments that I talked about, a report that is for yourself, and it's best to get a debriefing with someone trained to take you through the steps of that. So thanks for watching the video. Look forward to seeing you in the next one, and subscribe to our channel because we've got more content just like this, and you can check out more of our videos.